Okay, so let's take a look at this question from SAJC 2020. In part 1, we are supposed to find the distance that Mary ran on the 31st day of her training. So if we were to look at the way that she runs, according to what the question has listed out for us, this will be the first day. So this will be the second day, which repeats the first day. Then the third day, the fourth, the fifth, the 6th, all the way until this is going to be the 31st day. That means this is going to be the 30th day, 29th day, and so on towards the left. So we are trying to check whether on the 31st day, she ran a 42 km. And if you were to look at the way that she runs, it follows a pattern. For the odd numbered days, it is going to be this, and 31st day is also one of the odd numbered days. So if we were to consider just the odd numbered days, we can see an AP because the first term is going to be 12 and the common difference is going to be 2. So if we were to try to calculate the distance that she ran on the 31st day, we can definitely make use of the AP formula, which states that we are going to be making use of the first term, which is 12, plus n minus 1, multiplied by the common difference, which is 2. 12 to 14 is plus 2, to 16 it is plus 2. So now the unknown is going to be the n. So 1, 3, 5, and on the 31st day, what is the n? How many numbers of terms have we gone through before we reach the 31st day? So I believe that for some of us, we can just simply do an observation. If we're to think about it, the number of days is going to be 16. There will be 16 odd numbered days from the first day all the way until the 31st day. So, but if observation is not your kind of thing, it is also possible to do a quick calculation, because if you were to look at the numbering itself, 1, 3, 5, all the way until 31, the numbering itself follows another AP. Another AP with the first term as 1, plus, if the number of days is n, minus 1, the common difference is 1 plus 2 gets me 3, 3 plus 2 gets me 5, so I'll let this term be equal to 31. And this will help me to solve for n, which is going to be the number of terms where we're going to be going from the first term to the 31st term. So how many terms are there? There are 16 terms. So now we can use 16 here, since there are 16 terms of 12, 14, 16 all the way until the last term. There are 16 terms. So applying this, 12 plus 40 minus 1 times 2, this gives us a 42, which shows us that Mary ran a distance of 42 on the 31st day. Shown. And now in part 2, the way that Leo runs follows a GP, a geometric progression. In case you're wondering why is it that it follows a geometric progression, because according to the question, this time for Leo, from one day to another day, he's going to be increasing his distance by X%. So let's say this is let's say 5%. So if it is 5%, that means from the first day to the next day, it is going to be multiplied by 1.05. And from this to another day, it is also going to be multiplied by 1.05. So now we are talking about X%, which means that from here to here, we are actually increasing by 1 plus X over 100. And from here to here, we will also be increasing the distance of Leo's run by X, 1 plus X over 100. So this is going to form for us the common ratio. So for Leo, what we are going to try to achieve is for him to be running 42 km on the 31st day. So for the 31st day, let's make use of the formula for geometric progression, GP. The first term is 12. The common ratio based on X% is 1 plus X over 100 to the power of, from the first term all the way until the 31st term, there are 31 number of terms. So this minus 1, and I will let this be equal to 42. Let's try to make use of this equation to work out the value of X. So from here, we have this plus X over 100 to the power of 30. This is equal to 42 over 12, which means that 1 plus X over 100 is going to be equal to 42 over 12 to the power of 1 over 30. So x over 100 is equal to 42 over 12 to the power of 1 over 30 minus 1, and x is equal to 100 of 42 over 12 to the power of 1 over 30 minus 1. And this will work out to be 4.2643. And since the question requires us to give our answer in 2 decimal places, I'm going to round this off to 2 decimal places, which gives us a 4.26. And now in part 3, we are supposed to calculate the total distance covered by both runners. And I'm going to break this up into 2 parts. I'm going to calculate the total distance covered by Mary, then the total distance covered by Leo, and after that we will obviously add them together to get what the question wants us to find. But between Mary and Leo, I thought the way to calculate the total distance covered by Mary is a little bit tricky. So I believe that there are other ways to do this, but let me show you one of the possible ways that we can work on it together, which is I am going to work on the first term all the way until the 30th term, and I'm going to leave this as it is. The reason why I'm doing this is because, okay, from part 1, we have already seen that from the first term to the 31st term there will be 16 odd numbered terms, which means that from the first term all the way until the 30th term, basically it is from 1 all the way until 29, there should be 15 odd numbered terms. Okay, until the 31st term there are 16 odd numbered terms, so all the way until the 30th term there will be 15 odd numbered terms. So if we were to just add the distance covered on the odd numbered days, the distance will be, there will be 15 number of terms, so 15 divided by 2, 2 times of the first term, which is 12, then plus 15 minus 1 multiplied by the common difference, which is 2. So this will be the distance covered on the odd numbered days from the first day all the way until the 30th or on the 29th day. And if you were to think about the even numbered terms, it is actually going to be exactly the same thing, because for even numbered terms from 2 all the way until 30, there will also be 15 even numbered terms. So the total distance is going to be 15 divided by 2. The first term is 12, so 2 times 12 plus 15 minus 1 multiplied by, for the even numbered terms, the common difference is also going to be plus 2. So it is still exactly the same as this. So what we can do is to go for a 2 times of this, then we add this extra term, which is the 31st term, and from part 1 we have already calculated it to be, or show that it is equal to 42. So this is going to represent the total distance covered by Mary, and this will work out to be 822. As for Leo, I think it is way simpler. So now let's go for the total distance covered by Leo, which is just simply going to be following a GP, a geometric progression, by Leo. So the first term is going to be 12. The common ratio, we have already worked out the value for x just now. So for x, we have found that it is equal to 4.2643, which means that the common ratio is going to be 1 plus 4.2643 divided by 100. This is the common ratio, and this is equal to 1.042643. The number of terms is 31, so this minus 1 divided by the common ratio 1.042643 minus 1. This is equal to 745.48. So the total distance covered by both the runners will just be 822 plus 745.48. This gives us a 1567.48. I'm going to round it off to 3 significant figures. It will be 1570.